Jared, you're no longer listed as or on the depth chart, and Sonny's talked about how it's helpful to have a guy who's not looking over his shoulder, scared to make a mistake. Does that make you feel more comfortable going into the week, knowing that you can be a little more free and play a little more loosely?
I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, but that's how it's been most of the season for me, is knowing I'm the starter coming in. Just we've had a couple weeks here where it's been or between me and Zach, just a competition. I think it's made both of us better. But yeah, I mean, I think going into this week, it's definitely made me feel a little more comfortable.
Jared, in the game the other night, Sonny said he thought you looked more comfortable, more confident, a little more sure of yourself. How did you feel out there, and did you notice a difference from the previous 2 weeks?
Yeah, I felt good out there. I thought the game plan was really good, and I thought we executed some stuff pretty well. And I don't know what it was, but I definitely did think I felt a little bit more comfortable compared to the last couple of games. And I really liked the gloves; they felt good. My receivers ran great routes. A lot of people were open for me, and it was pretty good.
Did you wear the gloves with the idea of it being a cold night, or because you thought it might give you more grip on the ball, because you've had some fumble issues?
I was going to wear the gloves either way, and I probably will continue to do that. But when I heard it was going to be cold, I was like, all right, well, this will be helpful, keep my hands warm.
But it was primarily for the fumble.
It was just, help me with the grip, yeah.
Sonny has talked about how you're the long-term solution at quarterback. He's used that term. Are there ever times where you and maybe guys like Bryce and Chris kind of talk about the growing pains that you're going through right now and understanding maybe, we just got to push through these because in 2 years, we could be a contender? Are there thoughts like that going through your mind at all, just pushing through the tough season?
I mean, you try not to think ahead as much as you can, and we try to do that as a team and try to just focus on Arizona this week. But there have been times, not away from the field where me and Bryce and Chris, like you mentioned, and other dudes have talked about it, how, when we're seasoned veterans in a year or two and how much easier everything's going to be for us and how much more used to the offense we're going to be and all that stuff, and how much more even used to college football will be. I mean, they're only in their second year. I'm in my first year, and it'll just be so much, I don't want to say easier, but, we'll be more comfortable with it, I think, when we're more seasoned.
Does that make these growing pains a little bit more bearable, knowing that, if you guys just kind of stick it out this season and gain this much needed experience down the road, you can be a serious, national contender type of thing? Yeah,
I mean, that's what we're shooting for. I mean, right now we're just trying to beat Arizona. That's what we're focused on. And we like I said, we try not to think too far ahead, and we really can't. We can't afford to do that. But I mean, it's exciting. I guess I can say it's exciting knowing that I'll have a lot of guys coming back the next couple of years.
Okay, any further questions for Jared?
Jared, can you reflect back on how the sort of reshuffled offensive line performed and what you thought they did well, and how much does that impact, and not just how well they blocked for you, but just kind of the chemistry of it, how, if that impacts you and how you were able to operate?
I thought the O-line played really well for Okafor and Borrell having their first time out there. They did a really good job, and I was excited about it. They showed some good energy out there. They moved around well, and I felt pretty comfortable in the pocket all night. I had a nice little pocket around me. Probably held onto the ball a little bit too long, a couple of those, but they did a good job. I mean, Jordan did a great job at center, and then the right side of the line continued to be solid, and it was good. It was a good feel.
Is there any talk going around the locker room right now for some of the younger guys about maybe playing for the seniors? This is their last 4 games of their life for some of them. Obviously, a couple might have NFL potential, but is that starting to be something that's starting to creep into your minds and talked about around the locker room?
I think that's been something we've been trying to do all year. You always want to try to play for the seniors, the fifth-year guys that, probably don't have NFL aspirations, and this is their last, go around. And that's been something we've been trying to do all year, I think. But, I mean, even probably more so now, knowing that they've got 4 games left, and we just want to, try to finish it out the right way for them.
Talk about the fact you've had 3 different centers now this season. Has that been difficult for you? And it looked like with Rigsby, was the snap count thing done the same way? It looked like one of the guards was sort of tapping him on the hip right before the snap each time. What was that about?
Yeah, we've been doing that the whole year. with the guard tapping them. I've been pretty comfortable with each center, from Adcock, Brzezinski. Jordan's done a great job now, and it hasn't really affected me too much. Just a week of practice, just get used to him is pretty much all I need. And like I said, I thought Jordan did a great job.